Yo, what is up guys? It's ELiTESHOT here, aka Sean, bringing you guys a Black Ops 2 gameplay. Now, I didn't record this gameplay live, I didn't show my face, I didn't record my voice over the gameplay. It's just a normal gameplay because it seems like I tend to do better, I tend to play better when I'm not recording myself, like live. In this gameplay, I end up going 94-1 using the M8A1. I was really trying so hard to get 100 plus gameplay. I don't think I got 100 plus before. I might have in Demolition, but not in Domination or any other game mode. So I was super happy to get this, and I'm glad to show you guys this. In this class, like I said, I'm using the M8A1 with Red Dot, Stock, and Fast Mags. I'm also using Flat Jacket, Toughness, Scavenger, and Tac Mask. And in this video, I want to give you guys tips and tricks on how to play better, how to improve your game, how to become a better player, and just get better gameplays, because I get questions, comments all the time, people coming to me asking me, how do I become a better player? The only thing I can say in simplest terms is the more you play, the better you get. Just like everything in life, when we first grown up, we never knew how to ride a bike. The more we started riding a bike, the better we got at it. And it's the same way with Call of Duty. The more you play this game, the better you will get at it. Of course, when you first start, you won't be that great because you're just learning. You don't know what to do in certain situations. You don't know the little tips and tricks on how to do better. So hopefully I can help you guys out here. And my first tip would be to use a weapon you feel most comfortable with. These are the tips I tell people pretty often in the comments. I'm sure you guys heard some of these before or already know these. Use the weapon you feel most comfortable with. Don't use a weapon just because someone said use this weapon. You kind of have to test them out for yourself. Try every gun out and see which one you like the most. Personally, I really like the M8A1. I also like the M-Tire and the AN94, but my absolute favorite is the M-Tire. It's my go-to gun. It's the gun I do best with. And I know in this gameplay I was rocking the M8A1, and the only reason I decided to use this gun was because it's a pretty long-range map, and since I was going for a high-scoring gameplay, I wasn't going to go rushing, close quarters combat or even medium range. I tried sticking to long range as much as possible because the M8A1 is super accurate and it's great from long range. So use a gun you like the most, and don't use a weapon that everyone else uses or someone's telling you to use. My second tip would be to use a suppressor. Now, a bunch of people don't really like using suppressors in Call of Duty because they feel like it reduces their damage. It actually reduces your range, and it's kind of the same thing because it takes more bullets to kill at long range with a suppressor. So if you're a new player and you want to survive longer, I definitely recommend you to use a silencer because 1, you won't show up on radar, 2, players won't know exactly where you're killing them from because they won't be able to see you on the radar, and it just makes you a more stealthy player. Another tip would be to travel the outsides of the map. I always say this all the time, and it helps so much. As you guys can see in this gameplay, I'm constantly traveling the outsides of the map. I never rush through the middle. I never try to, cut through to get a shortcut. I always go pretty much the long route all the way around because it increases your chance of survival. You wouldn't think it would, but it really does because enemy players can't get you from every single angle. They can only get you from either in front of you or behind you. If you're in the middle of the map, if you're trying to rush through the middle, like on the B flag, there's players on every single side of you, up, down, left, right, diagonal, they're everywhere. And you'll die so much faster if you're traveling through the middle. So I recommend you guys to travel the outsides, and that'll definitely increase your chance of survival. Another tip would be to play with a team. And I know it's kind of contradicting myself because in this gameplay, I'm not playing with a team. I'm actually playing solo. I play solo a lot more often because it's a lot more convenient for myself. If you play with a team, you'll definitely do a lot better because you'll be communicating. If you're talking to your team, you're calling out people, you're telling your teammates where the enemies are, and it helps out so much. And I really should play with a team more often because I can't imagine what kind of gameplays I would get if my whole team was rocking like VSATs and UAVs, counter UAVs. It would help so much. If your teammates are using UAVs, counter UAVs, and VSATs, that'll definitely help you out a lot. You see so many gameplays on YouTube where people play with a full team and every single person's rocking the VSAT. It makes it so much easier for going for kills, and it just helps out a lot. Another tip would be to get a gaming headset. And this wouldn't seem like a really helpful tip. People think that just the normal Xbox headset's fine, that their speakers can produce good enough sound to hear where people are. But honestly guys, having a gaming headset like a Turtle Beach or an Astro or Triton's, any gaming headset is better than no gaming headset at all, or possibly surround sound. If you have surround sound, a good surround sound, that's pretty good too, but a solid gaming headset will help out tremendously because you can hear the enemy footsteps from pretty far away, and if you're listening closely, you can hear just key enemy movements like the reloads, their voices, and it really helps out a lot because say if they're sneaking up behind you, you can hear their footsteps or hear the reloads and kill them before they kill you. When you first get a gaming headset, it's not like you're going to get a superpower where you can hear every single movement. It's kind of something you have to adapt to, and the more you use it, the better you get and the better you will hear enemy movements. It's kind of the same way to become a better player. It really just takes time and practice. Like everything in life, the more you do something, the better you get at it. And I'm gonna keep saying that because it's really true and it's how it works. Another great tip would be take your time. You don't want to rush in Call of Duty that much, because for me personally, when I rush, I tend to die a lot more often because I'm not thinking about my choices. I'm not thinking about my decisions and what I'm doing exactly. So if you're taking your time, traveling outside of the map, making sure you're not rushing from place to place, and your best option is to literally get a few kills in one area and move on. Get a few kills in one area and move on. Keep repeating that and you'll be fine. If you stay in one spot for too long, if you camp in one area, players will catch on. The enemy team will know you're staying there, and they'll finally realize you're killing them from the same exact spot. So they'll come back, they'll throw a grenade, they'll stun you, they'll kill you some way if you're staying in the same spot. However, if you're controlling an area, getting a few kills and moving around that area, it's going to be so much tougher for the enemies to kill you because they're not exactly sure where you're going to come from. They know you're in this area, but they don't exactly know where. In this gameplay, it's a great example because you can see I'm constantly moving. I'm never standing still for too long, because once I start standing still, it gets a little bit risky. This is a bit off topic, but the VSAT's probably the best score streak in the game because you can see every single enemy movement. You can see where they are. You can tell which enemy to kill first and which ones that aren't going to kill you. So it's really your best option to use the VSAT and try your best to get it because it helps out a lot. And that's how I got a majority of my kills in this gameplay, along with the Swarm. Since this was such an open map, I threw on the Swarm, and that's how I got so many kills. But that was just a few tips, guys. If you want to hear some more tips on how to be a better COD player or just improve your game, say so below, because I can make more of these videos, telling you guys more tips and to hopefully help you guys out. But if you enjoyed this video, guys, please give it a big thumbs up. I won 94-1, one of my best gameplays yet, so I definitely believe that deserves a big thumbs up. But as I always say, guys, it's ELiTESHOT here, aka Sean, your friendly COD fanboy. I'm signing out. Peace.